Well, here we are, Sunday morning, day 6. We're in Manchester, New Hampshire, and we're westward bound. Last night at 7:02, I filled with fuel in Kittery, Maine, which is the furthest away we'll be and the mark of the turn back to the west from the east. Been an amazing experience so far. I think we've all found that if you push your limits and work at it, you can be successful in what you do. It's certainly been a push of my limit, and I think it has been for everybody else in the group. Seen some marvelous scenery so far, and pushed through some kind of miserable circumstances and situations, but we've managed to make it work. It's been it's been fun to watch the country change as we travel through it and go from the dry of the west to the green rolling hills of Kentucky and Arkansas and the Mississippi Delta and the rice fields, up through Mississippi and Georgia and the red clay every place. Coming up the East Coast was reminds me of how many bazillion human ants there are jammed on this earth. The traffic was intense and crazy, and it wasn't even a weekday. We came from Baltimore through Boston on a Saturday afternoon, and the traffic was just nuts, and the drivers drive as if they are nuts. One of the things that I've realized, I don't usually ride very much at night. We've ridden some at night, and because you can't see, it's interesting how much more aware of what your surroundings are you become by using your nose. And I've smelled smells I don't think I've ever smelled in my life, and I've been curious as to what they are. One place in, I guess it was in Arkansas, it almost smelled like burning tobacco in several locations. And in some of the beautiful little hollows of Kentucky and South Carolina, the smells of the blooming bushes and the flowers were just very noticeable and quite intense, as was the smog smell coming through the big city and the crowded country. But we're delighted to be at this stage. We're halfway done. We're all safe. We're all together, and we're headed west. Okay, Jared. Anything else?
Yeah, do you want to talk about the difference of how you feel?
Well, yeah.
Beginning to how you feel now. Kind of what are your
I think my feelings on Monday, as we were preparing to leave, I was nervous, excited to say the least, but concerned about what the road would hold for us. And we've certainly dealt with some issues coming along the way that could have maybe proved to be bad for us, but we handled them and we worked our way through them. I was excited, very energetic, and ready to go. I'm excited now. We've conquered over half this thing successfully. I think we're all tired and worn out, but we're sort of, I think, in a groove. I think we found that the 500-mile days are like a vacation compared to the 900 to 1100-mile days, and I think we found we can just push through it and make it work. And our mileage going west is less each day, which will make our nights longer, so we should gain a little bit on some of the fatigue factor, which I know we're all feeling. I'm not sure it's affected our judgment too much. I think we've been making good decisions along the way, but it has caused some issues. I notice after on day 3 when I'd had a lousy night and been ill. For a little while in the morning, my hand-eye coordination was horrible, and that's a bad thing for a dentist to say, but I was having trouble with little paper binders, getting them over the edge of a piece of cellophane. And I noticed last night when I stood in the shower, and oh, it was a nice long hot shower, I noticed I was a little uncertain, and I had to keep one hand on the wall of the shower to keep my balance. I was just a little wobbly. But I think from here on out we'll be gaining energy and gaining strength, and hopefully the calluses on the behind will develop enough so that sitting on that dang seat isn't quite so hard for a long day. Anyway, I'm greatly relieved. And I'm proud of what we have accomplished, and of what we will accomplish as a group. It's been a special brotherhood, I think we all feel. And our relationships will never be the same because of what we've done together. Anyway, we're off and headed west. More later when the time's right. Signing off.